are listening also for, on what Generali is doing on sustainability, climate change, and water. And let me say that overall, Generali put sustainability at the center of the strategy, and that is not like a claim. It's really kind of, we call it the originator of the strategy, and we had like goals and KPIs that we measure every year to make sure that we are on track. Looking at what we have been doing on climate and on water, and on what it means working on climate and water for an insurance company. Well, we have two important levers. The first one is we are an insurance company, so we can, in a way, enable sectors deciding to insure or not insure this sector. And this is the same for the second lever, which is the investment side. But then we have also the product we provide to our clients. And the first product is about protection. We heard about the mayor of Cervia, that he really said how much he was hit, and all the Emilia. And guess what? What is the percentage of people covered by insurance? It was 6%, which means that there is an insurance gap to be covered. And this is linked not only with the possibility to cover people, to cover cities, and to cover companies, but also with a bigger problem, I would say, which is about financial inclusion and the capacity of people to really understand what insurance can provide to the cities and the community. But then there is a second problem, which is insurability. Because so far people don't want to be insured, but in the future they could not be insured because the risk will be too big. And that is the space for what we have been talking about today, which is the soft power. Because to make sure that in the future, in a very more risky world, people will be covered by insurance, is to make sure that we have a public and private partnership. And this is key for the future of the community. But insurance is not only about covering risk, it's also about preventing risk, which is actually what we have been trying to do. We are trying to move from just protecting to really be consultant advisors for our clients. And this is the most important part, because we know the risk, we have data, and we can have a better use of this data to forecast this risk and help people to prevent this risk. So our final mission is to make sure that people is not hit by anything, so risks are properly managed. And then there is another piece that is really important, I mentioned already, is investment. Investment is not only the way not to do things, so not investing in a certain sector because it is damaging, is emitting CO2 emission and not reducing CO2 emission. So this is a message that you give to the market, but it is also about a positive investment, impact investment. So investing in activities that can really be and support the transition towards a more sustainable economy, a greener world. There are some risks, there are some issues, there are some challenges, and this is already my conclusion. I think that's what I see being a Chief Sustainability Officer for around 20 years, not only in Generali, but also in other companies, is that what I see now, which is a completely new trend, is that sustainability, climate are polarizing the debate, and it is becoming very political. So it's not only about, the science is clear, so climate is happening, water is stressed, and this is not only an environmental issue, it's also a social issue. And at the moment, what I see, and we will see next year with the election in Europe and election in the US, is that climate, environment will be, in a way, part of the debate. And this is a pity, because already science told us that climate is happening, water is stressed. So it's not now the time to talk about if. Now is the time to talk about solutions, pragmatic solutions to make sure that people is covered, that people is prevented and is able to manage risk, and that we have more resilient community. Because at the end of the day, what we are talking about today is not only environment, it's really about a social issue.
Thank you very much.